Well, welcome in, you filthy animals. Let's go. I hope the mic is hot. Every single time I pop into the intro, into the waiting room, I always wonder, am I just talking to myself loudly, obnoxiously? Or are there people on the other end of this phone? Man, I hope so. I hope so. But listen, guys, we got people starting to pile in. The live stream is about to start soon, so I thought I'd go ahead and start saying hi to some good people. We got Henry G, Marco, Stonewall. What's up, B Shady? Welcome into Cat Scratch. Neil McKenzie, Mike and Ike's in the house. What's up, Mike? Let's go, Knife Mom. We've got Steve Powell. It's his first time. Steve, I have no idea. Excuse me. I have no idea if you're still here. Some people really don't like my waiting room music. Some people really don't like my waiting room music. It is what it is. I have to have ambiance. I hope you're still here, man. And I hope you enjoy the live that's about to start. Let's go. We got Mr. Mouse. Mr. Mouse, Ian Coates says, wow, live 10 minutes ahead of schedule. It's just the waiting room, Ian. It's just the waiting room. It's just the waiting room. Welcome into Jen Blaze. Jim Miller in the house. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Can I catch up before the live stream starts? Is it possible? Is it possible? Louis, good to see you, man. Welcome into Velsky. What's up, V? Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Probably. Cat Scratch, what's up, man? Guys, go ahead. Pop your carry in the chat. We'll hit up the Only Spartans Discord during the live. You betcha. But for now, pop it in the chat. Louis says I'm sounding good. Right on, man. I hate it when my audio is messed up. All right, what do you guys say? What do you guys say we go ahead and kick this off? Let's do this. Welcome in, guys. Happy friggin' Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm happy to be here. My music is probably a little loud. Let me just tone that down just a little bit. 7:59 Mountain. Shoot, we'll call it 8. From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. It's 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Welcome into the live. If you could be so kind and Spartan kick that like button for me just one time.
This is Sparta!
Please let YouTube know that we're here, man. I greatly appreciate that. We got 21 people in the live so far. More will pile in, more will leave. It's this whole thing. I know many of you guys are probably saying, what's with the glasses on Roll's face? Did he stare at the shiny for far too long? Or was it just the sun that was the shiny? No, listen, I stare at computer screens far too often. I've been getting these chronic headaches. Headaches are the worst. It doesn't matter how motivated you are, how determined you are. A headache can ruin your day, can kill your focus. And so these are blue light glasses. They help filter the blue light from the computer, from the bright lights of my in-home studio. Although I should probably go and get my eyes checked anyways. Or at least that's what I'm told. So these help with the headaches. We'll see. Anytime I change anything about my appearance, haircut, shave, hat, glasses, doesn't matter. People always have opinions. I don't really care. I'd just rather not have headaches. So with that being said, What did I carry today? So glad you asked. In the pocket today, a knife, like so many other knives that should get far more pocket time. It was the knife in the photo of the waiting screen lobby. It's a button frame lock from Reccomended. Awesome knife, 2025. Reccomended has been turning it up, man. Did you guys see their latest release? Excuse me. The Steed. It looks great. We'll show it on the live. I'm excited for it. We got companies ramping up like crazy. Vosteed releasing the Xeno. I think it's like tomorrow. Maybe it's the 9th. I don't know. Reccomended, Vosteed. We've got so much going on. And I feel like we just got through the holidays. I've been busy. You guys might be wondering, what have you been up to, Rolls? I've been trying to create. Sometimes my creative process leads me to things that aren't immediately videos, but might turn into content later. I've been playing around with the idea of creating a channel product. Something I could be proud of, something that I could make for you guys if you guys want it. And I finished the prototype. Now, the prototype is definitely a prototype. I learned things by doing things. So a smart man would have drawn everything out, would have measured the distance, plotted the screw holes, but I didn't have the design perfected just by drawing it. I'm not that guy. I have to do it. So my prototype has a lot of extra holes. Some things are not centered, but in the process, I taught myself how I would do it if I decide to do it. And a lot of that has to do with whether or not you guys find any value in it. If not, cool. I enjoyed the process. I have something cool. And if you do, then who knows? Maybe I'll make it available for order, and I'll just start building these for guys. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. This guy right here. This is a double layer acrylic case wrapped in carbon fiber vinyl. The wrap job on it is not as good as it could be, purely because, well, I drilled a lot of extra holes. I'm not going to throw it away. Like, I've got materials to make another one. I don't know if you guys will even like it, but it's got a top layer, right? So check it out. Boom. Top layer. Nothing in there yet. Was thinking, could ship with pick and pluck foam. I know people hate that. I actually really enjoy it. I call it tactical arts and crafts. The bottom layer, however, I did go ahead and build out because I had this crazy idea. Listen, I know for a fact that a lot of people are like, why would I want more knife storage? I could just go to Case-Matics. I could go to Harbor Freight. Get one of those, like $50, dude. Why would... Listen, this isn't just about taking your huge ass collection of knives and just throwing them all in one spot. No, this is like a specialty case, right? Like you put you put the special stuff in here. So for example, you put like some knives that mean a lot to you in the top, or you could also, did I get it? Yeah, I did. All right. It's running on hinges. Check it out. Boom. And this is the part where YouTube takes the live stream down. Little pew pew action in the bottom case. Like that. I don't care what anybody says. That's cool. There's so much you can do with this. Running on hinges, acrylic, wrapped in carbon fiber, multiple latches. Yes, the latches allow for you to add locks. What would I sell it for? I mean, assuming that I get past the prototype stage. I don't know. A lot of time goes into this, specifically in the wrapping stage. But also, for any of those who have ever tried to drill acrylic, it is a massive pain in the rear. I'm serious. It's a massive pain in the rear. Materials, labor, I'd probably end up selling these like double layer like this somewhere around $100. Probably come with foam. Probably build out the foam however you want. Let me know in the chat, guys. Is that something you'd be at all interested in? Like, if not, that's totally cool. I'm happy with this one for me. So even if the answer is no, I regret nothing. All right. Now, I did know that this was going to be a long monologue to start. So let's go ahead and start saying hi to the good people in the chat. Hold on. I'm going to scroll up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Reapers EDC, what's up, man? He says, can you please tell Roll that I'm thankful for accepting a collab with a brand that starts with P and ends with Rose? I'm the man who suggested this. Oh. Well, thank you. I was wondering how they got my info. Yeah. I'll spill the beans since you put it out there in the chat. Penrose reached out to me, and Penrose said, hey, would you be interested in doing a review on our new knife? And I said, absolutely, because it's one that I'd seen. It's one that I was interested in. I don't do outreach anymore. I really don't. Outreach is one of those things that I used to do all the time, but it always led to this feeling of guilt. Like, the videos never performed good enough. I never felt like my content was good enough. Even if the company was like, wow, that's awesome, the best review we've ever, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I always just had this feeling like I could have done better. So I don't do a whole lot of collab outreach anymore. And I'm turning down most collabs that are offered. However, there's going to be some that I do say yes to. Penrose is a company I've never heard of before. So there's some value in sharing my opinion, my feedback. That said, with my stance being, I'm not going to base the success of my channel off of reviews alone here in 2026. I'm not really concerned with, whether or not it's the best, most viewed video ever. I'm more concerned with making sure that my feedback is honest, it's clear, it's helpful to the people. And you'd think that would be a given. But a lot of times when content creators make content, especially when they're partnering with a company that's giving them something for free, there's always this thought in the back of their mind, like the video, they need to go over the top to make sure that the video performs well. And in doing so, they lose their authenticity. I don't want to lose that. So regardless, it's on its way. The Penrose, I believe it's called the Adorita. I'll show you guys. Hold on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it looks good. OEM'd by Kubi. Penrose. Here we go. It looks good, guys. Also, this other one that's coming soon also looks good. Although I will say, I do believe that there's a certain amount of people that are just tired of axis locks, or excuse me, crossbar locks. I'm not one of them. I think there's a lot of room to improve the design around the action of crossbar locks and their lockup specifically. But this is the Adorita. I have no idea how do I say that? What is it? Is it like a town? Is it the name of a town? What is Adorita? According to Google, it refers to a specific model of folding knife. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm not even sure that that's a word in English. I don't know. But what I do know is that looks freaking sweet. Kubi, I'm a huge fan of Kubi's work recently, especially because you know that they're going to do their vacuum cryo treat, which is always solid. It always produces a good Rockwell hardness range. Their heat treat is fantastic. Their milling is stepped up. I do like Kubi. Kubi does a lot of OEM work for some of my favorite knives out there. So this is the Adorita. They got it in a whole bunch of different flavors. I have no idea which one's being sent to me. That's cool. I'm assuming it's this one, which totally cool with any of them. I think they all look great. $229, M390, titanium, frame lock, flipper, deployment hole. I believe that's a flat grind. I could be wrong. Is that a flat grind? I think it's a flat grind. Anyways, my point is, I knew about this before they reached out to me, and I was interested before they reached out to me. So, Reapers EDC, thank you for telling them that you'd like for me to review it. I always appreciate the opportunity to check out new companies, and I think that this one will be good, but I've never handled their knives before, so we're going to give it our best shot. Thank you. Welcome in, Ed B. So, am I in the right place? This looks like a shooter's live stream with those glasses. No, this is an anti-headache ensemble. The blue light glasses, man. I'm not used to wearing glasses, so they feel weird on my face, but it feels better than having a digital headache. What's up, C. Kobe? He says, everything looking yellow tonight. It's the blue light glasses, guys. Henry G says, creating a rock patch. I like rocks.
I'm not retarded, but I like rocks.
I do like rocks. I do. What's up, TC? Good to see you, man. Bill Knife says, did you steal those glasses from Saul Goodman? Nope. But I will tell you this. They definitely help with the headaches. It's damned good looking. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you, man. So drink more H2O. Oh, I got it right here, but I always find things to do with my my stickers. Check that out. Right there on the water bottle. All right. I missed so much, guys. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Hey, shout out to my man, Brad. Bradford Mitchell. Thanks for the $5 super. He says, holy Clark Kent, who is this on the stream? Headaches, these seem imaginary, just like Idaho. Nerd. That's funny. Get well, headaches. Man, they do suck. And especially since I've been taking medication for ADHD. The headaches, like I used to get them a couple times a week. Now it's like if I'm not careful, especially with the ADHD meds, I'll get them daily. So I'm doing everything that I can to stay on point with my health. I've lost like 5-10 pounds in the last 30 days. So there's that. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Thanks again for the $5 super. Welcome into Skull. Good to see you, man. Otorita. You're still not telling me how to pronounce it. I have no idea, Ian. I'm a simpleton peasant. I need help. All right. Hey, shout out to Ed, by the way, who has been a channel member for the last 25 months. Thank you, man. He says, Roll didn't eat a scorpion pepper for my 2-year. It's interesting you bring this up. It's interesting because I did not get fired up for the live stream. For the last couple of months, every night before the live stream, I would take a shot of hot sauce, my homemade hot sauce, which had a really nice kick to it. It got me fired up, man. It got me pumped. You know, just feeling the burn before the live stream really got it going. And then something happened this week. I ran out. I was like, well, what else do I have that's spicy? And the best I could come up with was horseradish. I don't want to eat horseradish during a lot. Like, horseradish is a different kind of spicy. Like, horseradish and wasabi, different kinds of spicy. Like, eating a spoonful of horseradish would just be freaking gross. Like, you got to put it on something like roast beef, you know? So I was thinking, what if I was to find some super spicy hot sauces during the live, order it, and then start taking shots of that during future live streams once it arrives. What do you guys think? Let me know. Paul Mills, good to see you, Paul. Welcome in. And TC Blades has been a battalion leader for 14 months. 14 months, battalion leader. Thank you, TC. He says Portuguese for sea lion seal. What are we talking about? I feel like I'm missing stuff. Hold on. Oh, and also a big shout out to Mike and Knights. Says thanks for the live. Glasses look good. Thanks, dude. I'm gonna rock it. Like, people are welcome to make fun of me. People make fun of me whether or not I wear glasses or anything. So I might as well just have some, comfort. Might as well. Henry G says, simpleton peasant, one of us. That's me. Oh, man. Reapers EDC says, been watching in the shadows, but I'll try to participate more in the chat. Do it. Do it. Or not. You're welcome to lurk. A lot of people do. But it's always cool when we get more people participating. For me, like, I just like hanging out with you guys. That's why I do these live streams. I need a chance to connect with my people. Chance to highlight the Discord, the community that we're building. I've been seeing some great knives in there recently. Great knives as far as pocket checks are concerned. There's some really cool new knife day posts as well. We've got the knife yard sale that's been popping off. We've been posting in the knife drops and deals. We've been hanging out and chatting in the general chat. And of course, we do everyday pocket checks as well. It's going places. I'm happy about that. I am. Il Nye says, Arizona Gunslinger smoking jalapeno pepper sauce. I've had that. It's actually really tasty. It's really good on eggs. All hot sauce is good on eggs. You know what else I like putting hot sauce on? Spaghetti. Am I weird for putting hot sauce on my spaghetti? Ian says, Asian spice is like nasal spice, not like on the tongue. It kicks in a different spot, right? Like, I like horseradish. I like wasabi. Bring them on. I don't know if I would have it in me to eat like a whole spoonful of just straight horseradish. Like, I might need something to dip it in. It just feels wrong. It's like sitting there eating a spoonful of mayonnaise. Ed says, one thing about wasabi and horseradish, it doesn't linger. That's true. You get it hits hard and fast, man. Yep. Chinese hot mustard. Absolutely. The yellow sauce it's oddly tasty. You put too much on it, you'll find out right away. Says, Reapers, thank you, man. He says, really like your content and your integrity. You're one of the most wholesome and honest reviewers out around here. Thank you, man. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. There's a lot of channels out there. You throw a rock down the street and you'd probably have it roll by 5, 10, 15 EDC channels. I am trying to build more value in my channel. I'm still going to do reviews. I'm still going to give my honest opinion on stuff, but there's so many more videos that could be made. Wow. Like testing knife locks, doing real tests like bearings versus washers. Are washers really more reliable? Believe it or not, there's not actually a whole lot of content out there in that space. And there really should be. There really should be. So if I can get my stuff together this year, we're going to work on that. Definitely appreciate it. B Dixon, what's up, dude? Cat Scratch says, try French Dijon, not the one you buy in America. I've only ever left the States like once or twice to go to Canada. I just don't travel well, man. I don't travel well. What's up, Joe? Good to see you, man. He says, now that's a spicy meatball. Of course, hot sauce on spaghetti. Oh, thank you. I thought I was the weird one for doing that. Water and bearings test. I like that. I feel like we know how that would go, though. It'd probably be all right to start. And then I feel like the lubrication on the bearings would probably give out. It would start getting screechy. Maybe we just need to do the test and find out. Maybe. Guys, what was in your pocket today? Let me know. We're going to head on over to the Only Spartans Discord. I've been talking about it. We're going to check out some stuff. We're not doing the pocket check just yet. I wanted to highlight another part of the community that I'm building because I think that it's cool. It's always fun to share new knives that you purchase, right? Especially since many of us don't have big groups of friends that are also in the same hobby locally to us. It's always cool to see what other people are getting, to share what you're getting, especially from a collector and enthusiast standpoint. So I thought I'd go ahead and share a few of these, starting from a few days ago. I might not be able to get all of these. Is this the, what do they call this one? Is that one the Eldorado? I know it's been showcased. Isn't that what it's called? The Eldorado? The AZ USA and then the Cochise. Nice. That was a few days ago from the ponds. Yep, Eldorado and a bonus Cochise. Very nice. Gizmailing, he's got a couple new ones as well. He's got a Kaiser Original 2. And then this one is... Who designed this one? I want to say it was Lundquist. It was that's a Lundquist fixed blade, right? I'm probably wrong. Warrior Guild got in his Ketsuo Yakuza. He was talking about this in the last live stream. 14C contour G10 with carbon fiber. Goes for 120. Love it. Now I want the premium. Listen, I have learned something very important. What I have learned is that if you are looking at a knife and it has a premium version and it passes the eye test enough for you to want to buy it, save yourself some money and just get the premium version. Do it. Because if you end up liking that lesser expensive version, you will be left with FOMO, the fear of missing out. And then inevitably, you'll reach into your pockets and hand over the debit card. Once again. Just, it's more expensive up front, but it will save you money in the long run. Unless, of course, you're that person that wants to own both. What I found is that I usually start that way. I'm like, yeah, it'd be cool, own both, collect them. And then I get the more premium version afterwards, and then the less expensive version just sits in the drawer or ends up in one of my knife sales. That is freaking cool. Ketsuo has been doing a really good job recently. They're another company owned by Reich Knives. Reich Knives is one of the best, most capable Chinese manufacturers out there. I would say they rival Wii and Riot, might even surpass them in many aspects. That's cool, man. I'm glad you're digging it. I've heard some great things about this model too. Let's go. Aaron D2. Ooh. So he just got in a Rec Knives reblade. And that's with the RG Custom Metalworks scales. That's expensive. That is spendy. But it's essentially what you're getting is not a Spyderco smock at all. It's built on that platform, like the bone. It's got the smock bones, right? It's got the liners. Different scales. Those are contoured scales by RG Custom Metalworks and a complete reblade done by Rec Knives. It's got the liner and the lock from the smock. I'm willing to bet the clip is also different. Do we have a picture of the clip? Do we? I don't know. Just know this. I am super jealous. And then he's got the new mail day as well. That is which one is this? I always forget the different Spyderco models. I say that like I don't forget a lot of models. But I do. New Spyderco. Warncliffe. It's not a Warncliffe Capar. It's a Warncliffe Delica? Nope. I'm missing it. Just correct me in the chat. Vavelsky, we were talking about this in the last live stream. The last live stream, somebody had shown off their Lizard scale ProTech TR3 Integrity, and it was a battle-worn green. And I was like, man, that's so cool. They just released it. Maybe I'll find one. And then we spent 10 minutes just getting shut down. Like, website after website after website. Sold out. Sold out. So you found one, V, and you didn't let me know? Do they have more? I want one. That looks sick, man. Look at that photo with the book and that looks so good. Honestly, this is the pattern they should call their dragon scale. Their actual dragon scale pattern does not look that good. That looks fantastic. TC Blade's got an Edgerati. What a lot of people are saying is basically a shaman with a different blade shape, same handle scales. Apparently, they're supposed to work. You're supposed to be able to swap the Edgerati and the shaman scales. So apparently Spyderco made another shaman. Yeah, they have the shaman, they have the bodacious, now they have the Edgerati, which, I mean, I get it. I still want an Edgerati. I'm just waiting for them to come out with one in a different steel. I don't want to pay the brand new knife price for S30V. I refuse. And then he also got, is that a Herman? It is. He's got a couple Hermans. Nice, man. Very nice. And not to be missed, but he's also got the pen. I like some good pens. The pen I've been carrying recently a lot has been this guy. It's a fountain pen. It's really enjoyable. If you carry pens and you haven't tried one, try a fountain pen. You also got a McNeese Dixon. Very cool. Ooh, Dazed. Man. Dazed got... Let me clear the message. Dazed got a Ranger-made OBJ1. I've been trying to get one of these for the last 4 or 5 drops, and I've gotten cart sniped in every single one of them. Every single one. Every single one. Congrats on the pickup. Is there a bit of envy? Absolutely. Absolutely. I am jealous. All right. So that's what's new. That's what is new pickups. Guys, the Discord is fun. It's like a chat room / forum. It's a community. I can do giveaways there. We can build this thing up. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel memberships start at 99 cents. And once you become a member of any level, you can, of course, join the community and join in the fun. Especially if you're like me and nobody that lives in your near vicinity is into knives. It's fun. I know I've been missing stuff. Ed says, geez, I put it in pasta sauce, cooked broccoli with it. So many things. We're still talking about hot sauce? Absolutely. Renee, what's up, dude? He says, just got here. Who's the dork with the glasses? It's me, I'm Mario. What's up, Metal Relic? Good to see you, man. Brown Sugar, good to see you. Jim says, beg to differ if the premium version is like the effed up Tiny Dancer. Concept did that, right? That's the JB Stout fixed blade with Concept. Is the I never even checked that one out. How's it effed up? Is it because it has milling on the blade? I know that's something you're not a fan of. Joe says, a popular Slavic use for horseradish is ground horseradish mixed in with shredded beets as a side for ham or kielbasa. That actually sounds pretty good. You know what I like horseradish on? Burgers. And they call that a bistro burger. Welcome into Sierra Rick. I see you out there. Brad says, true, but the exception to that is when the lesser value is the $400 Riot made Asgard by Dalibor Bergam against his sole authorship custom. That's not what I'm talking about, clearly. I'm talking about like $50, like $50 to $100, less expensive variant versus like a $200 to $300 more expensive variant. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like $400 premium production knife versus like, multiple $1,000 custom. That's not the advice that I'm giving. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is. Ian says, I don't like to church up my sushi when the chef puts so much hard work into making it just for me to change the taste entirely. Listen here, young man. If they put it on the side of my plate, I don't care if they're angry if I eat it. If my sushi comes with wasabi, if it comes with anything, I'm going to try it because I'm assuming they wouldn't put it on the side of my plate if it wasn't supposed to go in my mouth. This is the problem that I have with Vietnamese pho places, right? Like, Vietnamese people love to talk shit. They do. It doesn't matter if you go, like, women who go to nail salons will tell you this. Like, the Vietnamese people love to talk shit. Same thing with the restaurants, too. Like, if you want to know what real judgment feels like, go to a Vietnamese restaurant, order the pho. P-H-O. It's pho. It's Vietnamese soup in a big old bowl. Rice noodles. I think it's rice noodles. Egg rice noodles? I don't know. You get your meat, you get everything. They pour this broth, this heavenly broth over it all. And then they serve it to you with like a hoisin sauce and with a spicy chili, like a sriracha sauce. Usually there will be some jalapenos on the side. I dump all of that in. But apparently if you do that, you're some sort of like sacrilegious person. I'm like, listen, you put it on my plate. You put it in front of me. I'm the sauce boss. If you give me an option with sauce, I'll take it. And I'll accept the criticism in Vietnamese, especially because I have no idea what they're saying. But that's what real criticism feels like. And like they're staring at you watching you dump in sriracha and their pho broth, which took like 48 hours to marinate in a big vat with like oxtail and all of this good stuff. Pho is so good. If you haven't tried pho and you like Asian food, go to a Vietnamese place. Thank me later. I like to sit at the sushi bar when I go for good sushi. I like to show the chef respect. There you go. Hold on. I'm so far behind. Jim Miller, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. And congrats. To the 5 new and or returning channel members. Mr. Mouse, Mick Ranger, what's up, Mick? Maroney's Moron, and One Moon Collective, and Alistays. What's up, man? Says, why did he skip over that inspired hole? What are we talking about? I didn't skip over anything. I talked about the Dixon. This guy right here. That's what you're talking about, right? Or are you talking about the OBJ1? Which I'm super salty that I keep getting cart sniped on, but it is what it is. Pocket Candy Randy, good to see you, man. Welcome in. Horseradish is outstanding on a quality burger. Too many people haven't experienced this. It's a shame. So no immediate, just not the channel pick. The small circle in the middle is a profile pick. What are we talking about? I have no idea what we're talking about. All right, guys. 100%. 100%. Let's go ahead and get into these pocket checks. One of the things we do on the live stream, if you'd like to have your carry on Wednesdays and Saturdays shown on the channel, shown during the live stream and during the live stream replays, shout out to the replay team, join the Discord. I go through all of these, and I don't usually miss them. Every now and then, I'll miss some. Let's see. What do we got here? What are we starting the day with? Starting the day with Nick T with the BMK Designs Ether and the Riot Mantis. Very nice. Very cool. My carry today. For my pocket checks, I don't do super fancy pictures most of the time. I leave that for the content. The Pawns, he's coming in with the Spyderco Indela. It is the Indela. I should know that. Tri-Stash V2. Olight Arkfeld. Very nice. Skull, he's got some made in the USA knives. The Launch One, the Bel Air XL, the Buck Squire, the Olight Arkfeld Pro Patriot. There you go. I'm here for it, man. Very nice. Hey, Craig Vincent coming in with a big old cigar. I love it, man. The Lunatic cigar. That is massive. Excuse me. Stay hydrated. Cold Steel Frenzy, the Swift 3, Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Did you mention which buck that was? Which buck is it? Which buck knife is this? Which one is it? Oh, and the Knife Junkie Zippo. Love it, man. Right on. Stonewall's got the Pictus and the sail fin. Look at that. That's a pair right there. I dig it, man. I like that Hank you got it on, too. Nice carry, Stonewall. Nick, he says, everyone likes the look of the new Vosti Xeno that drops tomorrow. How did you get one? Why do you have one already? Here's the original. Oh, okay. I should have kept reading. It's not a Vosteed Xeno. I was about to flip my lid. I was like, that's not fair. It's not fair. I would have gotten in on this if I had known. No, this is the Tough Knives custom that the Xeno is based on. That is sick, man. Freaking awesome. Love it. And then, of course, the Riot VK Anub, which you've been carrying pretty solidly. It's the Tough Knives odd at 24. Yeah, one of two. Still very jealous. Still very jealous. That looks so clean for a custom, man. Just teasing me with the knife I could not find during the live. Drinkwater's got that which one is it? Which one is it? It's the like cutlery shop. That's a cutlery shop exclusive, right? In Rex 121, paramilitary 2 Warney. I know they sold out and then they restocked like immediately. Hold on. Cutlery shop. PM2 Warncliffe. Stop looking at my search history. Sold out. Wait, not sold out. They do still have some. They do still have some. Rex 120. Well, this is, damn it, this is. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, this is not. I am not a fan of the paramilitary 2 Warncliffe. I'm not. I don't care about the scales because I always replace them. It's one of the most fun things to do with any Spyderco is replace the scales. So I don't really care about the scales. I'm not a huge fan of orange in general. Not the biggest fan of the Warncliffe personally. If I had to pick a Spyderco exclusive blade shape, I would, like many people, I'd go with the Tanso. And I would not regret anything. But this guy, on the other hand, it's still available? How? Kind of feel like I should buy one. Oh, nope. They are sold out, aren't they? It just wasn't listed as sold out. Listen, I had a chance. I was waiting. I was trying to get my hands on the OBJ1. Just didn't happen. They made it seem like it wasn't sold out, but it was. That's okay. I'm glad that you got one, Drinkwater. That's cool. Geek Machinist, what's up, man? He's got the Play Schools, my first benchmade. Hasbro Baby SOG, Fisher Price, the Tiny Tyke Pry Bar. What is this? EDC Playground? EDC Playground? There you go. Dig it. Geek's saying is if it ain't fixed, it's broken. And I was telling him the other day, my counter to that is if it ain't broken, don't fix it. He's all about the fixed blades. I'm really starting to get into fixed blades. Really been enjoying them lately, especially the ones that I already own that I hadn't carried as much as I should have. Like the Axial Alpine V2. Been carrying that a lot lately, especially for things like chopping down cardboard. It processes the cardboard so well. But the fixed blade game is starting to open my eyes to more things in knife design, and I really appreciate that. Also, love the depth in this photo. Good shot, man. Cat Scratch, he's got... That's the Eldorado and the Cochise. That's right. Very nice. Dazed with the bestech EDC Sin. Right? That's the Sin? Yeah, SYN. Pretty sure. Ed coming in hot with... You know, for a moment, I thought something happened to the blade. I was like, what did you do? What'd you do to the blade? What'd you do? What'd you do to the blade? The Malsect 808D in black. It's a really good knife. If you guys haven't seen my review on it, check it out. The value on that is insane. They sold out of this version shortly after I did my version or my video because the DLC is an insane deal. For like $150, you get DLC and full titanium and all. I've got to check it out. Did they restock or are they fully sold out of those now? 808. Oh, they still have one of the attacks left. Yeah, one of the attacks left. The attack version is the pointier version with this bottle opener looking deal. Yeah. And the 808 Decay is completely sold out. If you didn't get one, keep your eyes peeled. They're good. They're worth the $150 easily, especially considering that you could get full DLC S90Vs. Like, it's really good. It's really good. Nice and thin behind the edge. I really like it. Highly recommend it. Why did you make it look like the blade had eroded? That's a cool shot, though. Right there on the oil spill. Really cool shot, man. TC with the Edge Roddy and the Dixon. I dig it. Tom Cook's got one of my favorite knives, period. That's the Rivery Zero. Just kidding. It's the Machine Wise Mojave. The Rivery Zero is pretty cool too. Machine Wise Mojave is it's a generational type knife. Bradford Mitchell has got the Handmade versus CNC carry. Jeff Vandermeulen and Persecutor and Skiff Fugitive. Gorgeous. Love it, man. I've had a couple opportunities to buy a skiff knife, and I have not had the money. To my everlasting shame, have not had the money. All right, hold on. What's up, Roman Craig? He says, how are those Barclay CNC scales sold by Cutlery Shop? What? I mean, Barclay is just like anybody else. They can sell their scales to whatever retailer they want. Or are you asking how good are they? Let's see. Barclay. I don't even know which ones they got there. Okay, they got some. Let's see. What can I talk about? Titanium Para 3 Skinny, diamond pattern. I haven't seen those before. I have the skinny scales for the Para 3 lightweight, but not the regular Para 3. Para 3 skinny. These are cool, man. If you guys have been watching the channel for any amount of time, you know I'm a big fan of Barclay CNC. They're right here in the Pacific Northwest. They also have Shaman scales. Those are cool. I like their Shaman scales. Or if you have an Edgerati, you could put your Edgerati in these scales. All the people are like, oh, I like the blade shape of the Edgerati. I just don't like the skeletonized handles. Good news. Shaman scales fit. Buy a set of these. Thank me later. Yeah, no, Barclay is one of my favorite scale makers for sure. Very nice, man. Very nice. Aaron D2 just flexing on that Rec reblade with the RG Custom Metalwork scales. I love that. I love the way that they did that blade shape for the reblade. That's so cool. Jim's got the Concept Tuckamore. Ooh, that's a good one. Jack Wolf Collusion. Rosecraft Mud Creek Congress. Very nice. The Concept Tuckamore is one of those knives that I wish I had checked it out initially. Solid carry, Jim. Kevin Smith, he's got the whole gamut. He's got the Satsu. He's got the Spartan Harsey. I believe that's the 3.5. Right? The bigger one? Is it 3.5 or is it closer to 4 on the bigger one? I forget. He's got the Chris Reeve Inkosi Tanto. XM18. Wait. Now I'm starting to question things. Is that a Harpoon Spanso or is that a 3-inch Harpoon Tanto? With the full tie scales. I'm so confused. So confused. It's hard to tell because I know you sharpen the edge. I want to say that's the 3-inch Harpoon Tanto. 3-inch blade Harpoon Tanto. Does that make this a small Inkosi in the smaller Spartan Harsey folder? It might. Damn it, I have questions. Randy Butternubs. He's got the Kunwu Excalibur and the Case Jackknife Beaver Falls Cutlery. There you go. There you go. Very nice, man. And Renee Ramon checking in. Oh, I should know what this one is. I've seen it before. That has got to be a bug out with a reblade. Is that a Transparent Knives reblade? Is it? I'm so confused. And that looks like one of the fixed blades from EJ Work. If you guys like fixed blades or you're at all curious, one of the most awesome things about fixed blades is that you can get a small batch American-made custom from like these boutique style makers for relatively not as expensive as you would ever pay for the same if it was a folding knife. If I'm not mistaken, that's an EJ Work fixed blade. The kid's like, he's got to be like what? It's between 16 and 18 years old, but he's talented. And then an Asher Spiro right here on the right. Am I right? Is that an EJ Work fixed blade? Renee? Whoa! What'd you do? What'd you do, Ed? Or rather, what did we do? Why are you flipping me off? Wicked Dreams. He's got the Yakuza as well. Ooh. I dig it, man. That's DLC, right? Reapers EDC, welcome into the pocket check, my friend. Manix 2, Shaman and S30V, and Assault PM2. The Spyderco carry. I like those scales. The carbon fiber scales are always cool. Very nice, guys. That's the end of the pocket check. Give it up for you. Thank you for participating in the live stream pocket check. If you would like to have your carries featured in the live stream pocket check on my live streams on Wednesdays and Saturdays, consider becoming a channel member and join the community. Ed says, Roll's secret button needs some caressing.
This is Sparta!
It's less of a secret when you tell people about it. But do it anyways. Do it for me. What's up, Blastard? Skull says, PM2 MagnaCut competitive option for Buck Range Elite at the same price. Look, this is a discussion where we're talking about the differences between two companies, both who are known for doing good heat treats in general. Spyderco, because Spyderco cares about their steel, but something you have to know about Spyderco is that they don't necessarily go for the range that's popular. They go for the range, the HRC range, that makes sense for what they believe the knife is going to be used for. Let me give you an example for this, right? For MagnaCut, Spyderco frequently targets like 61 to 62 Rockwell. They do this for a number of reasons, because at the harder HRCs, MagnaCut has been known to lose some corrosion resistance, but they put MagnaCut on their Salt series. So, because they intend for it to be used in a scenario where it's going to have to resist a lot of rust, it makes sense that they would go for a lower Rockwell hardness. Now, by contrast, Buck Knives, and I got this straight from the horse's mouth. I talked to the president of marketing, who was actually a member of the Buck family, and I said, hey, you haven't mentioned your Rockwell target for MagnaCut. I know it's a newer steel for you guys. What's the boss heat treat aiming for? He said it was 62 to 64. So, I will say this. Is Spyderco competitive to the Buck Range Elite for the same price? Sure. However, if I had to bet my money on which one is going to cut for a longer period of time, I'd probably put my money on Buck. I am a huge Spyderco fanboy. I really am. Love them to pieces. I've had nothing but respect for what they do over there at Spyderco. But I'm going to call a spade. Like, most people care more about they care more about edge retention than corrosion resistance. Most people, unless it's highly situational in which you're getting the knife. So, apples to apples, man. If I'm thinking like, what am I cutting? Am I actually cutting? Or is it, Is this more of a collector move to purchase? I mean, neither one of them are prohibitively expensive. Just buy them both. Problem solved. I've been asking Buck to come out with a titanium version of the Range Elite since they released it. And they didn't tell me that they wouldn't. They just said that they weren't allowed to talk about anything. So, that wasn't a yes. It also wasn't a no. If you are like me and think that a Buck Range Elite would be really cool in a titanium premium version, and yes, Buck has done some very limited titanium releases before. All I'm going to say is don't be surprised if one of the Buck of the months this year is a titanium Range Elite. Or at least carbon fiber. Hey, shout out to my man C. Kobe for the $5 super!
This is Sparta!
I stopped in at Indiana Knives today and walked out with a new Capara. That makes Spyderco number 11. Damn. Good job, man. Congrats on the new pickup. Thank you for your generosity. And yeah, congrats, man. What steel is on that Capara? Is it a K390? Ed says, there goes Roll being an I just share my opinion. Master Sergeant, what's up, dude? He says, yes, those who know carry Spyderco, just buy both. Outstanding. Yeah, buy both. Like, we're not, listen, I would understand the which would you rather buy debate if we were talking about prohibitively expensive knives. Like, if we're talking about an $800 knife, for example. And I know some of you guys are like, I've got several. Like, when we can start talking about, like, the closer a knife gets to $1,000, the more prohibitively expensive it is. We fool ourselves in this hobby because like, you start out and you think $100 is a lot for a knife. Then you buy a $100 knife and you start to think $200 is a lot for a knife. Then you buy a $200 knife. And then before you know it, your Sezzle account is one of the reasons for your divorce. But my point is, that is prohibitively expensive. When we start talking about money people would pay on rent or a car payment or something like that. For many people, for the majority, a knife that's like $800 is prohibitively expensive. Most people can get to the $200 price point fairly easily. Whether you're talking guns or knives or whatever your hobby is, you can get there easily. It doesn't take much to get over that hump. So the either or debate at $100, $200, buy both. If you don't like one, sell the one you don't like. Like, nobody's losing their home over this, right? No one's missing their car payment over this. No one's having to eat top ramen for a month, hopefully, over this. It's not like if we're talking like an $800 knife. Although I know many of you guys are going to be like, Mojave or Cortex XL, just buy both. Do it. Do it. Ed is trolling me. No, Ed, S30V is not a super steel. It's not. S30V is and here's the thing that gets me all fired up. People watched my Steel Snobs episode on S30V, and it was a great episode. Like, if you guys can't appreciate that episode, I don't know what I could do to like make you happy. I love shooting that episode because I knew the moment I made it that people were just going to assume that I don't like S30V, and that was never the point I was making. It was never the point I was making that I didn't like S30V. S30V is a perfectly fine steel. My problem with it is its price tag. It performs. Remember how I said that most people care more about edge retention than corrosion resistance? Well, here's where that starts to make sense. It performs almost identically to D2 in cut test data. And then you'll turn around and say, yeah, but listen, like S30V is a stainless too. It is, but so is 14C. And we're not paying $200, $300 to Spyderco and Benchmade for 14C. Like, D2 is not a stainless steel. It's not a powder metallurgy steel. The two things S30V has over D2, in my opinion, is that it is powder metallurgy and it is stainless. So that means it's going to be a bit easier to sharpen, and it's going to resist corrosion a bit better. And I say a bit better because D2 is by no means like, M4. If you look at M4 wrong, it'll rust. Like if you give it a sour look in the morning, it'll rust. D2 is not like that. Yes, D2 will rust easier than a regular stainless, but it is considered a semi-stainless. So one of S30V's advantages isn't even that good. But the difference is you can get D2 for $50, for $30, for $25. S30V is, for me, it maxes out at $150. Okay, we need to bring the price tag down on S30V. Period. That's it. That's it. It does not perform as good as M390. It does not perform as good as MagnaCut. It does not perform as good as many of the other steels that cost the same freaking price point. So no, I don't dislike S30V. I dislike the price point because for the same price, you can get steels that are actually worth it or perform a hell of a lot better. And the fact that anybody would argue with me that something should cost more is absolutely insane to me. That said, nobody pays your bills but you. So if it makes sense for you, vote with your dollars. It's the democracy of capitalism. What's up, Staten Island Edge? What's up, dude? Welcome in. Thank you for becoming a new channel member.
This is Sparta!
And if you're not there yet, make sure to head on over to the post section of my YouTube channel. There will be an invite link to the Discord. You can head on in, man. Master Sergeant says, D2 equals S30V. It's an amazing point roll. Well said. I mean, look, I'm not making these things up. I spent hours looking at the different data. Like, what does it perform like? Because yes, the fact that it's a powder metallurgy does mean something. It means that it's going to be easier to sharpen. It means that the carbide structure is finer. It means that it will take essentially a toothier edge. But if we're talking like apples to apples, when it performs like D2, which is none of those things, it makes you ask the question, why are we paying for it then? D2 is also not a bad steel. People give D2 a bad name because it got popularized as a budget steel, and then these companies that wanted to save money didn't properly heat treat it, and all of a sudden people are like, my D2 knife sucks. D2 used to be considered a primo steel. There we go. Sorry, brain fart. Drink more water. D2 used to be considered more of a premium steel. Now it's a budget steel. Crazy how that happened. I just can't believe that anyone would tell me, no, I want to pay 3 times as much. I want to pay more. Says who? No, you should be arguing to have things cost less. That's why it's absurd to me whenever anyone's like, you're wrong about S30V. I'm like, am I though? Am I though? Really? Think about it. Everyone's welcome to their opinion. That's mine. I just happen to back mine up with data. Kobe says, I agree S30V needs better price. Yeah, it's a perfectly good steel. I just want it I want the pricing to reflect what you're getting. Do I think that it should be more expensive than D2? Absolutely. But I don't think it should cost over $150. S30V, for me, the ceiling is $150. I do not feel the same about the S35 or S45. I do think that those are improvements on the steel. And I do think that S35 and S45 upwards of the $200 price point is perfectly fine. S45 VN especially. S45 VN is awesome. But S30V is like, it needs to be accounted for in the price tag. Brad says, have you gotten an update to the Laren Thomas knife engineering book? No, I have not, but I need to. Cat Scratch says, my SNG is PSF 27, a foam base D2. Stay sharp a very long time and doesn't rust. A foam base D2. You mean like spray form? Okay, so for those who don't know, when it comes to knife steel types, there is ingot based, like think regular D2, right? Ingot based. Then there's powder metallurgy, which is they take it and they powderize the ingot and then they smelt it together. So the powderizing makes it so that It's a much smaller grain structure, much more consistent. You don't have these random large carbides that you tend to see in regular ingot-based steel, right? But there's also another type, because for the longest time, I thought it was just powder metallurgy or ingots, right? But no, there's a third. It's called spray form. There might even be more, but those are the three that I know. Is that what you're saying? Is that it's a spray form base D2? That'd be pretty cool. Spray form is somewhere in between. It's not quite as good as regular powder metallurgy, at least in modern considerations, but it's pretty good. A lot of people we didn't know this initially, but the artisan cutlery AR RPM 9 that we all thought was powder, no, it's actually spray form. I could go on and on about that. Staten Island says, hey Rolls, Happy New Year. Can I show you some of my stuff next time? Heard from Knife Center. Should be getting my Edgerati in a day or two. Picked up the Hawk Talon. My God, the action is sublime. I am green with envy. Hawk Talon is on my hit list. What's crazy to me is that they have been more available. The hard part is not the availability with the Hawk Talon. I've had opportunities to get them in the price tag. But the price tag like that, like I don't have unlimited, liquid funds. I don't. I run knife sales and pay off credit lines. So I have to be strategic about how I get my knives. Hawk Talon. Those have been available. Let's see. NC Blade. Do they still have some? Dang it. Here we go. You're influencing me to make bad decisions. Let's see. Hawk Talon. Do they still have some? I know they had a bunch. DLT had a bunch. All right. Nope. Sold. Cool. DLT, are they all sold out now as well? Probably, I'm guessing. Talon. Are they all sold now too? I'm assuming so. Hawk Talon. Yep, sold. Cool. American Edge. I'm thinking about all the places that I saw these available at. Hawk Talon. Hey, they still have some, and at the same price point too. So the table on these is, if you were to buy directly from Hawk, is $950. But these retailers have been selling these for $1,050. And trust me when I say these have been super tempting. The last time I spent this much money on something was my smartphone. Okay. But my phone takes pictures. This funny thing is that it's a phone, but I don't actually use it to call many people. Also, I've heard that you can get these on the secondary for a round table or just under table. Blade Binge has become the face of the secondary market, which is crazy to me. And it's not that crazy. They offer a lot of protections that we just didn't used to have. Let's do this. Hawk Talon. How much are they going for here? Let's see. What can I buy a Hawk Talon for? $935. There you go. Lava Flow Fat Carbon Tie by Smash Panda. $14.99. What? Are they not aware? Are they not aware? Why? Someone should just send them a link to this. Why would anyone? Why? Guys, if you're looking for Hawk Talon, don't buy one for more than $1,050, please. Like, not only are they cheaper from competitors on Blade Binge, but you can also buy them brand new for less than this. That is dumb. That is dumb. There's got to be something about this that makes it more expensive. Titania. Zerblast tumbled M390. Was that like custom blasting? Is that why it's more expensive? Honestly, I can't tell. I can't tell. No offense to whoever this is. It's probably just a matter of me not understanding why that cost what that cost. That's probably it. Probably. Hawktown for $900. There you go. There you go. Oof. And then, you know what that does? Like, the thing that bothers me is when people list them as brand new in box. It's like, no, it's not. You took it out of the box to take photos, and don't tell me that you didn't sit there and flip it a few times. That's not brand new anymore. Only removed for pictures. Bullshit. Bullshit. I do not believe it at all. I'm not saying that it's not in mint condition, okay? What I'm saying is that it's not brand new in box. It's not brand new in box. If you take it out and you flip it a few times, it's not. Like, we can agree to disagree. All right. So we've established. All right. So we've established you can still get a Talon somewhere in some places, and even brand new if you want to be like truly brand new. If you want to be irresponsible, I want to be, but I can't. Ed says, "Does your smartphone have stonewash and jungle carbon fiber?" No, I wish it did though. I really do. What's up, Airwave? Says, just get a Spyderco smock and call it. I mean, I already got 2. This is the new. This is my latest smock with the contoured Kevin Smock custom scales, and the carbon nitride finish or whatever they call that. It's not quite DLC, but it looks just as good. So good. Remove the second detent on this guy. You know what's crazy? I have several things that I could have made videos on this last year and I didn't. Like, I've already done several videos on the smock, right? But I got these new scales fully intending to do a video. Like, these weren't sent in for anything. I bought them. Custom contoured Kevin Smock scales. I did not do a video, and I feel like I probably should have. Really cool knife, by the way. I need to carry this more. It's my second smock. The pond says, I don't monkey around that way, but I'm in the jungle. In the jungle. It's Blade Binge made Roll say bad words. Blade Binge ticks me off, dude. I try to control my potty mouth. Like, I swear just like everybody else. But I try to have content that is generally family friendly. Like, I try not to swear in front of my kids. I don't know where people are watching from. Here's a fun fact. A lot of people are starting to watch the channel from televisions, right? That's crazy. It used to be that the whole rising star in the YouTube world was actually cell phones. Cell phones is still a primary way people consume YouTube content. However, there is an increasing amount of people watching from their televisions, especially with smart TVs being a thing, the YouTube app. If you create content that looks good on a big screen, like, I'm curious, for those of you watching right now on your TV, how big are my glasses? Do I need blinkers for these windshields? Let me know. Mallory Designs, what's up, dude? Mallory, what's up, man? Ill Knives? Oh, you guys lagging? It's probably my fault. I have good internet. I've got gigabit internet, whatever that means. Reaper says, I mean, you made a video on the purple custom smock scales already. I did. I didn't make one, but those are no longer purple. I actually modified those. But those were not contoured, and also not for the new version with the bigger pivot. I have been begging Kevin Smock to make contour dragon scales for the smock. And he says that it might be beyond his abilities, which is a bummer because I would love to see some contour dragon scales from Kevin Smock. But he hasn't done them yet. He's done regular slab styled contour dragon scales. I hope he figures it out. Just Polly says, roll that new Remet. I was gonna tell you. I mentioned it at the start of the video of the live stream. The new Remet, the Remet Steed. Hold on. Let me pull it up here. Let's go. Sorry, I shouldn't blow into the mic. I blew the mic again. But it's a family-friendly channel. That's what I keep telling myself. Let's go to Instagram. And I know I don't have the screen share up. I have also confirmed that when these release, I will have one in for review. So I reached out to them immediately. Like, I mentioned, guys, I don't do a whole lot of collaboration outreach anymore. Remet is one of those companies that really does thrive on feedback. They want your feedback.